Hi, we're the Holistic Soul Healer.
Hi there.
These are our wisdom conversations.
Yes, they are.
Today's subject is really nice because it's about kind words.
We're always talking about kindness because it is the backbone of how we should treat one another.
Right. And saying lovely things to each other is really important. And that doesn't mean that we're not honest. However, I've often guided clients that if they have something difficult to talk about, that we should start and perhaps finish with kindnesses. You know, like if someone's going to write somebody a letter and say, look, this is what you've been doing this week and it's been driving me crazy. It starts by saying, I really appreciate you in my life. You're really important to me. Let me tell you some things that are driving me crazy. And by the way, I really love you and I really respect you. And all this letter's doing, or all this communication's doing, is making us better with each other.
Right. And that brings up a good concept. When we engage in loving communication, kindness, and you have something difficult to communicate, and you start by stating that you love, appreciate all these wonderful words of kindness, and then when we move on to the difficult part, make sure you don't move on to the difficult part by conjoining it with a but.
Yes.
Because that little 3-letter word, but, totally negates everything that you said preceding it.
Right.
So when we are communicating loving acts of kindness, I can look at you and I can say, oh, I love how we are together. I love how you and I are able to communicate with one another. And when you say things like this, it makes me feel this way.
Right.
And I would love to make sure that we're always speaking in kindness with one another.
Yes. Yes, because this now has a unified connecting field around it, and it doesn't take away and lessen all the good stuff that you've just stated. And I do feel that we can all do a better job with communication on a more positive level before we talk about the things that could be improved on.
Exactly.
Because any time that we're telling anybody that they can improve something, it's a little bit of I don't want to call it a negative, but it is a request for a different way of showing up.
Right.
And it can be taken the wrong way. It can be feeling like an attack.
Right.
Rather than a suggestion.
Well, and in communication, if you lead with something that is non-offensive, like being on the offensive, attack, then the other individual you're communicating with won't put up a barrier or a blockade.
Right.
And your message of change, as well as your message of kindness, is going to be received.
Right. So anytime that we can use kind words, there's a better version of ourselves that are showing up.
Yeah.
And it's another way that we can take care of you.
Take care of you.